Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the St. Louis Cardinals. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab here, Andy Pettit. And singing, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it. And I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Kicks and deals.
Oh, that's out.
Well hit the other way. That will go back and foul. Bounce to the left side. And that's just foul.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
And that's outside. And that's ball 3.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire. And out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
So now 3-2. Gets a piece and stays alive.
Clearly trying to stay back a little bit longer for that changeup as he fouls that fastball back.
That one to first. Cepeda steps on first for the out. As we take a look at the Nationals lineup, they're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
And there's a ball. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all. Just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff roaring in on his hands.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Frank Thomas. Headed down the line. And that drops foul. Two outs. And the curve is down and in. James Wood in the on-deck circle for the Nats. The wind of the pitch. On the ground. Zips it across. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nationals go quietly. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. Getting the nod on the mound, Chris Bubich. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly what the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does. And you're tied up.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Now the number 2 hitter, Brendan Donovan. Base is empty. Lobber to right field, way back, gone. A gigantic blast. It's 1-0. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
So, Singy, this is a little bit of a surprise. A guy known for line drives hits one over the fence.
Well, if you're a little too early, you'll get some elevation and ball get out of the ballpark. For him, it's kind of a mistake. But you know what? When you have such a good approach, every now and then you're going to run into one.
Now up for St. Louis, Orlando Cepeda. And a pitch. Hard hit left side. Slings to first. Now 2 out.
Batting fourth.
Here's the Cardinals lineup now. Collectively, they're swinging the bats really well right now, Chris, scoring a lot of runs.
Indeed, it seems to be contagious right now. Top to bottom of this lineup, they just seem to be feeding off of one another. One thing I watched in their batting practice is, although they've been scoring a lot of runs lately, they're still paying attention to the details. A lot of balls back up the middle the other way, and that's really the building block for great offensive production.
Popped in the air, left field. Wood pulls it down. That is the 3rd out of the inning. Cards on the board first with this solo blast. It's now 1-0. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 2nd. Here's the left fielder, James Wood. 1-2 now. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. And a ball and 2 strikes. And a curve misses outside. Chase that time. Here comes a 3-2. Stays alive. The line to kick the pitch. Battling here as he fouls it away. And so the lefty has the leadoff free pass. It wasn't easy, but he earned that walk after a long at bat. Alex Call digging in for the Nationals. Step off throw to first, and he's back in there. Rudder takes off. He spins and drives one out to deep left field. And it hits the fence. Here comes Wood around 3rd. He'll score and then tie. It's 1-1.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launching to carry over the wall. But still an excellent swing of the bat.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Next pitch misses inside, and it's 2-1. No outs, runner on 2nd. Hit hard on the ground to short. Sends it across the first. 1 out in the 2nd. Here is Moncada. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
That one is upstairs. And it's second. Pitch is in there. And the count's even at 2.
I mean, that's perfect location right on the flat. And over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Tied up here in the early going. That's on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
It can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week.
He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone.
Batting out, the pitcher, number 52.
Chris Bubich now at the plate. Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
2 strikes.
Two on, 2 outs. Fly ball down the line. And a foul ball. Two outs. And another ball.
It seems like it can be really hard at times for pitchers to throw the ball right down the middle. They're so used to working on the edges, but then you have a guy up like this. He can't hurt you. Just throw it down the middle.
Chase that time. Jackie Robinson up next for Washington. First and second, 2 down. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Got him swinging, and he gets the strikeout.
He's in a tough spot, had to make a great pitch, did it, got the strikeout inside of the jam. Clearly, he's happy with those results.
Bottom of the second, now the veteran third baseman, Troy Glaus.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Here's a 1-1. Good eye right there.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. He feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff and stay with it.
The 2-1. Just missed.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
And now the lefty. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A massive home run. And just like that, they're out front. It's 2-1. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boone. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that ball.
Robertson stepping in now. And here it comes.
Both got deleted. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
The pitch.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
And now it's filled up.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
Now, Lars Newton. And another ball. One down, base is empty. And that one is lifted in the air. Barroso drifts towards it, squeezes it, and there's 2 away.
Batting in, the left fielder,
Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Two down, nobody on. There's a strike. Back to the mound, he's got it. And that'll do it. Scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Jackie Robinson. He's kind of an outlier, especially when guys are consciously sacrificing contact to deliver power. Next offer in there for a strike. And now 2-2.
Yeah, his swing is so good. It's in the zone a long time. He gets the barrel to it a lot, and that produces more base hits.
Got him swinging.
There's a small sigh of relief right there. I mean, just to keep that speed on the base paths. It's not just the pitcher. It's other guys that have to think about it. From your infielders have to think about that runner potentially stealing, but also be in position to make a play. As an outfielder, you're thinking about a base hit to the outfield. I got to get to it quickly to try to keep this guy from taking an extra base. So I think everyone just a little more.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Pulls it in on the warning track. Up now for Washington, Frank Thomas. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
On the ground to the left, and foul ball. Though Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Two now. Ground ball, left side, Donovan. And he beats it. He's safe. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. It doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. So, man aboard. Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood. Late on that fastball.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Redbirds leading by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Struck him out. Pettit got him with a fastball. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nats 1. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now the veteran pitcher, Andy Pettit. Pitch. And there's a foul ball. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And one out now.
Boog gets talked about a lot. A good high fastball in a 2-strike situation. It's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. But with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on.
One down, base is empty. That's a hit.
You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful
runner on the go. Smoke to right, but he's got it.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time off, he'll find a hole.
And here's the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Ball outside. Throw there. Safe.
Yeah, I like being aggressive right there with 2 outs. It's kind of a classic steal situation. You get thrown out, no big deal. That guy at the plate leads off the next inning. Now, a single to the outfield can push a run across.
Edman at second with 2 down. Base hit around third. The throw into second. He's in safely at second. A run comes in on the play.
Oh, it was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Here's Nolan Gorman.
The strategy you win a ball game when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches. That could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So a good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
That misses the zone, and now it's 3-2. Troy Gloss would be next if they can extend the inning.
And he's homered already, so I'm sure he'd love a chance to do some more damage here.
And on second, 2 down. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Man at second. High in the air, out to right. Under it. He's there. He's got it. And that is that. Cards on the board with this double. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. As we go to the top of the 4th. And now the center fielder, Alex Call. The 2-1. Line to the left center, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice line drive to the pull side right there. But he didn't spin it up. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Here's the catcher. Ripped to first. Caught.
Well, baseball can be cruel, can it? I mean, sometimes it gives and sometimes it takes away. He did everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
Here is Yoan Moncada. And it's second.
That's a ball.
Right side. Gorman throws to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Stepping in, Jacob Amaya.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
The shortstop takes the ball. Here comes a pitch.
That's ball 3.
Chris Bubich in the on-deck circle for the Nats. Call at third with 2 away.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
And the pitch. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again. Two outs. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he's normally going to fill up the strike zone and really limit base runners, but his command in this one just seems off out there. A lot more walks than he's used to giving up.
Chris Bubich getting ready to hit. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. There's the strike at the knees.
Well, you got to go for the strikeout here. A pitcher at the plate, attack it just like it's any other hitter.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. High fly ball down the left field line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball.
Listen, you got to attack it just like you would any other hitter right here. Now, you can't let up just because you think it's a pitcher at the plate. If he gets a group single, 2 runs come around to score. You can't.
And that's outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Two on, 2 outs. Swings for it, and that's a strikeout. So the Nats leave a pair, and they still trail it here, 3-1. Bottom 4, down to third baseman, Troy Gloss.
Third baseman.
In there for a strike at the bottom of the zone. right side. He'll do it himself, and one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting, catcher, Gibson.
Now it's going to be Josh Gibson. Swings through that one out in front that time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Bases empty, 1 away. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Call, snags it, and there's 2 down.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Lars Nootbaar. The lefty ready, and a 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that ends the inning. So they go quietly there. On to the top of the 5th we go. It's the Cardinals 3 and the Nats 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 5th, and now up for Washington, Jackie Robinson. Out towards right center, that's well struck. And it's a 1-hopper off the wall, should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
The right fielder, number 1, Jorge.
Barosa, the next to hit. That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Out of here. That one felt good. It's his 6th home run of the season, and we are starting over. It's 3-3. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Took on the big part of the yard for that, just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off. And I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
And now it's going to be Frank Thomas. All tied up for the top of the 5th. And another ball.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. They go back-to-back. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 4-3.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling, especially if it's your team that does it. Those guys get to slap hands on the plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Andy Pettit is done, and we'll be back with their first arm out of the pen after a quick break. Now on the bump, Sonny Gray.
And he's had a struggle so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
So next will be the 4-hole hitter for the Nationals, James Wood. On a line out towards center. Snags it on the run. And there's one away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
That's inside. Movement in the bullpen for the Cardinals. Andre Palante appears to be getting loose. Thompson also throwing. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Pulled down the line. This one hammered, but it's foul.
Good solid contact right there. Just a bit out in front of that fastball. We'll try to stay on that outside just a little bit longer and see if you can do some damage.
Got it by him for the K.
Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball. And I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location. We found a way to just get it by him.
2 outs, base is empty. And it's the catcher for the Nationals. Next offering is down low. Just missed. The pitch.
We got a full count.
He's down on strikes. That's the 3rd out. The 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. And the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Kicks and fires. And another ball. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Tanner Rainey preparing to come on if needed. Wise warming up as well. At the belt and fires. He fouls it off. We'll do it again. And the pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he deals. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. To first, and he just gets it there in time. What a win.
Talk about being able to dial up the velocity. That first baseman over there might need a little pad inside that first baseman.
Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Greg Vaughn.
And this is a big at bat coming through. Definitely a little added pressure on him here.
1 down, base is empty.
Oh, that's out.
And a good eye there.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right here.
Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece and stays alive. And that's ball 4.
Ball 4.
It feels to me like his time on the mound is running short. Starting to show some signs of fatigue. So we'll see how much longer they let it go.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Chris Bubich will depart, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment. Now on the mound for the Nationals, Anthony Banda.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
So the lineup flips over, and here comes Tommy Edman. That's a little bit low.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. And that one's a little bit low. 3-1.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. The Nats up by a run here in game 1 of this 3-game set. Tapped in front of the plate. And that one handled. Fired to second. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3. And that in the inning. Nothing across here this half. We're through 5. It's the Nationals full. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Andre Palante. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball. And now Yohan Moncada. That's down and in. A slider missed.
You know, these Nationals, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
This one high in the air to left center. Edman going after it. He's got it. Then there's one down.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Jacob Amaya digging in for the Nationals. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Liner to second and picked on the hop. Throws to first in time. Looks like a pinch hitter for the Nationals. Luis Gonzalez looking for a 2-out spark, but the base is empty. A 1-1. Just off the inside edge. And that's off the inside edge. 3 balls and a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's ball 4.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Jackie Robinson. Right-handed reliever. Swing and a miss, and he got him. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left. 2-3-4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Nationals 4 and the Cardinals 3. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Tanner Rainey.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So we're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brendan Donovan. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Righty delivers. High fly ball down the left field line. And it's off the foul pole for a home run. He powers that one out of here. His 2nd home run of the game. It's 4-4. The brighter the lights, the more he shines.
Yeah, this guy lives for big moments, and right there made a statement big time. Well, he really crushed that thing down the line, and everyone had to hold their breath until it clanked off the pole. And every time that happens, it just kind of feels like a trick shot or something, but really, it's just a stroke of luck that it stays fair long enough.
And here is Orlando Cepeda, just off the outside edge, and that's ball 2.
You know, these Cards really impressing me with the quality of their bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They really made that opposing starter work in this one. Ran his pitch count up, and now they've got an opportunity to continue making things difficult on the bullpen.
Nobody on, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Hits and misses. It's a strikeout.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way. At that time, a little anxious.
Nolan Gorman next up for the Cardinals. And another ball. the 2-1. Swing and a miss. 99. How do you do? Tied at 4.
I got 3 and 2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane road. You're better off taking that pitch.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they grab the lead. It's 5-4. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ball. You are that type of pitch.
1 out, base is empty. Here's a big power threat. Troy Gloss. That one fouled off. 2 and 2. Right-hander kicks, deals. 1 out, base is empty. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit.
All over that one right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Josh Gibson. His righty-lefty splits there. The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I guess you throw it that hard, you can get away with locations like that right down the middle, but I still think it's a dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it again.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And out of here. Their 3rd home run of the inning. It's 7-4. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. Not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it.
On a pitch now for the Nationals, Paul Sewell.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Base is empty, 1 away. Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. Big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One down, base is empty. In the air, left field. Pulls up, and that's in there for a knock. And up next for St. Louis, Jordan Walker. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Next pitch is outside. And the righty deals. That one ripped. Get out of town. The 2-run shot make that 4 homers in the inning, and they add a pair. It's 9-4.
Knew what pitch he wanted to hit, spent on some other pitches in this at bat, was very patient, and it paid off.
So now a pinch hitter for the Cardinals, Nolan Arenado.
He's got a little pop in his bat, Boo. Don't sleep on him. He's hit some home runs in the past.
Called a strike. The pitch.
That's ball
Just
two.
missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground to third. Whips it across.
He's out.
And they get Arenado for the out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
So the batting order turns over. Tommy Edman at the plate. Kicks and deals. That
Oh, that's
misses
off the
the
plate.
zone, and it's 2-1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
2-2, count.
Now a fly ball to right center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. They bring 9 to the plate and 6 come around to score. 7th inning coming up. It's the Cardinals 9 and the Nationals 4. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Number 58.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
And the right-hander deals. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
And a 1-2. Just missed.
It's a
2
good
balls,
take.
2 strikes.
Lobber to right field. Way back. Gone. That was blasted to the moon. He's done it again. His 2nd homer of the game. And they cut into the deficit. It's 9-5.
That gives them hope they can pull off this comeback. They just need a few more swings like that, and they're back in business. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Frank Thomas digging in for the Nationals. And the bat going too soon. It's strike
1 ball,
2.
2 strikes.
And a pitch. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
2 strikes. Many times hitters looking out over the plate. When you're looking out over the plate, you're also going to let the ball travel a little bit longer. And a fastball zipped on the inside corner just locks you up.
The 2-1. And strike 2.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Now batting.
2 outs. Base is empty. Up now for Washington. Alex Call. And a pitch. So now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Boots it. But they get the out at first, and that'll do it for the inning. But not before they're able to draw closer with this blast. It's now 9-5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jackie Wise.
Well, walks have been a big issue for him this year, so I expect these hitters to be patient up there.
Now up for St. Louis, Brendan Donovan. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
1-1 down. Swings through that one for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The shortstop takes the ball. Out to short, Amaya. In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the first baseman,
Orlando Cepeda next up for the Cardinals. The wind and the pitch.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
Into the outfield, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. I know that was a great ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Gorman. He had a big swing back in the 6th. The solo shot that figures into this game in a pretty big way right now.
Yeah, that was a big swing of the bat, and he's going to be looking for more, trying to add on to this lead right here.
High fly ball out towards left field. That's back. Grabs it right up against the wall.
the batter, the third baseman.
And stepping in for the Cardinals, Troy Gloss. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one.
Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off onto the right foot.
Cepeda, the runner at first with 2 gone. That's off the mark. They're now 3-1. Josh Gibson waiting for a turn at the plate. The 3-1. He swings and fouls one off.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Two outs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
Takes the team to the finish line, and that's what they did. They got the win in this game.
And a final score of 12-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Schaumburg. Thanks for joining us.